Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. Here's what we have in the bulletin.
Reactions to U.S. decision to require up to $15,000 USD bond to travel. St. Elizabeth police investigate suspected suicide. And later in sports, Jamaican Olympic silver medalist Kishane Thompson to battle American Olympic champion Noah Lyles at the Diamond League on August 16.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Carrie Simpson. Here are the details. Reactions this afternoon to news coming out of the U.S. of a 12-month pilot program which will make it more expensive to travel to the States. Under the new terms, visa applicants for both business and tourism travel from some countries will be required to post a bond of up to $15,000 US to enter the country. Details in this report.
In a move that may make the process unaffordable for many, a notice was published in the U.S. Federal Register to start a 12-month pilot program under which countries deemed to have high overstay rates and deficient internal document security controls could be required to post a bond of up to $15,000 US when they apply for a visa. That works out to approximately $2 million Jamaican dollars. The move comes as the Trump administration moves to clamp down on illegal migrants. So what does this mean for Jamaicans? U.S. Immigration Attorney Wayne Golding provided this assessment.
As far as Jamaica is concerned, Jamaica has not been placed on that list as far as we know. But this rule that's going to be put in place is quite discretionary. So things are fluid. They can change within the time period. It's a policy that's put in place by the administration. It's not a law that was passed in Congress per se, like the Big Beautiful Bill.
The Big Beautiful Bill currently includes a $250 US fee for persons applying for a U.S. visa. Mr. Golding, however, explained that this proposal is fluid and adjustments will be made along the way.
U.S. immigration policy in the past had been about family reunification, bringing the brightest and best here, and also encouraging visitors to come to the United States. Now we're seeing the shift to where it's all about a pocketbook, so to speak. It's been long the practice of the United States to use fees as a basis of granting or being able to apply for certain immigration benefits. So technically there's no change, but they're using it in a totally different way.
The program does not apply to citizens of 42 countries enrolled in the visa waiver program for the United States. Jamaica is not a part of the visa waiver program. In the meantime, the pilot program is set to take effect soon.
The program is slated to start on August 20th, 2025 this year. And it's a pilot program which is really supposed to end on August 5th, 2026. And, you know, this particular program applies to what we call tourist visas and business visas.
Nakinski Robinson, TVJ News.
Meanwhile, U.S. Immigration Attorney Kevon Miller says persons who qualify for the pilot program can have their bond fee waived or cancelled if they meet the criteria. He elaborated on the guarantee in getting their money back.
There will be folks who abide by or adhere by the rules that are stipulated in regards to these bonds. And let us look at it from a different perspective. Just as how you would go to a criminal court and you are here in the United States, you're asked to post a monetary bond. That monetary bond is to ensure that you abide by all the rules and the guidelines surrounding the bond itself. When that case is terminated in your favor, when it's terminated, then that money is returned to you. So too will it be in this immigration situation, where if it is that you indicated to the United States government that you're coming here on business or you're coming here on pleasure and you will be spending X amount of time and you adhere by that, then yes, you should be refunded.
To other news, the St. Elizabeth police are investigating the death of a man whose body was found inside his home in Santa Cruz this morning. He is yet to be identified, but TVJ News understands he is of Indian descent. According to reports, a neighbor discovered the man's body around 6 a.m. It's further understood he was seated with a cloth tied around his neck attached to a board above.
I think the main reason for it is because of the financial problem. He's not paying his rent, and the family leave to Kingston, so that could be the reason for it. I'm not too sure, but...
So how long would they not paying rent?
It's over a year. Over a year.
Mm-hmm. So is he a reader man or something like that? I hear that.
I heard that, but I'm not sure either. I heard that he's a reader man. Yeah.
So he's not making any money with that?
No, he's not making any money.
Relatives have been contacted. The Ministry of Education says it is encouraged by the findings of the Education Transformation Oversight Committee ETOC Year 3 First Quarter Report, which was released last month. That's Chief Technical Director Dr. Nicole Ann Brown-Pinnock says the report reflects a growth in infrastructural practice, with over 70% of observed lessons showing strong teacher-student engagement.
Lessons demonstrated strong teacher-student engagement and the effective use of learner-centered strategies. This speaks volumes about the dedication and innovation in our teaching community, many of whom were shaped by your institution.
Meanwhile, Principal of Church Teachers College, Dr. Garth Anderson, says the college is actively engaged in discussions with the ministry in applying for it to become a university.
Let us continue to build an institution that future generations will be proud to inherit and honored to serve. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank the Ministry of Education for their support over these many years, and give them a round of applause. It's a partnership, and I wanted to clap them louder because they are working to help us to build the Science Center, so they need to hear and feel a circle that we are grateful.
Now, Church Teachers College is celebrating its 60th anniversary. Watch out for adult women attending youth sports events with questionable intentions toward young male athletes. Children's advocate Diane Gordon Harrison is raising concern over growing reports of this troubling behavior. Shamila Pullen has the details.
It's not yet widespread, but concerns are growing. Children's advocate Diane Gordon Harrison says coaches are reporting that women in their 30s and 40s at youth games with no ties to players but are preying on schoolboys to engage in inappropriate relationships.
First was brought to my attention by members within the sporting fraternity. In fact, there were some coaches who spoke about this observation that they made over a number of games, and they were a little bit curious as to who these ardent supporters were, because it was revealed over time that they were not in fact parents. For me, what this situation really portrays is that there are risks for both our boys and our girls.
Mrs. Gordon Harrison says this behavior puts young athletes who should be focused on school and sports at risk of being exploited.
There are members within the Jamaican society who are motivated by all sorts of underlying push factors, if you will, that cause them to have bad intentions or inappropriate intentions towards children. And what it does as well is it debunks the myth that abusers of children are all men, because what this tells you is that you do have female perpetrators, or you have females who have the capacity to exploit children or to behave inappropriately towards children.
The children's advocate is encouraging parents to take a more active role in their children's activities and to ask questions when something doesn't seem right.
This really creates an understanding and opportunity for parents to have those conversations with their boys just as they're having with their girls, because the risks really exist in relation to children in general, whether boy or girl. And so we just need to be vigilant as parents and as persons who work with children of both sexes.
Shamela Pullen, TVJ News.
With AI driving global change, Caribbean experts say the region must strike a balance between adopting new technologies and safeguarding its workforce. More in this report.
As artificial intelligence continues to reshape global industries, tech leaders are urging a balanced approach to adoption. Speaking on the morning agenda on Pro 106, President of the Jamaica Employers Federation Wayne Chen and digital transformation consultant and CEO of 876 Technology Solutions Trevor Forrest says AI is transforming how work is done, with a mind shift needed in embracing the evolution. Mr. Chen believes adopting AI and other emerging technologies can improve efficiency and reduce dependency on limited human and material resources.
It's a massive opportunity and a massive threat, depending on how we engage. In fact, it is a reality. As we would have seen over the course of history, with disruptive technologies, jobs are created, jobs are destroyed, but productivity and output increases. And if we speak in those general terms, we recognize that we have to understand it, we have to engage it, we have to incorporate it and utilize it in our various organizations.
However, Trevor Forrest warned while AI is a great tool, there are some jobs that it's not fit to do. He says there needs to be a careful balance between innovation and inclusion, ensuring that workers are supported through the digital transformation.
There are some jobs that it will do well, and what we have to look at as a country and as businesses is, okay, which things can we take advantage of artificial intelligence to augment productivity, and how do we blend this with the personal or human touch?
Anthony Atkinson, TVJ News.
It's time for a break. Stay with us, more stories when we return. Welcome back to the Midday News. It's now time for the Business Minute.
The National Health Fund says it will be investing $624 million to upgrade primary health facilities. Deputy Chairman Michael Stern says the NHF board recently approved several projects, adding that they are now ready to go out to tender. He says the upgrades are prompted by the recent spike in the number of people visiting health centers across the country. Further afield, the New York Post is headed to the West Coast. The tabloid's ownership announced Monday it will launch the California Post early next year. It will be based out of Los Angeles and will replicate the gossipy writing found in the New York Post. The new publication will include news, entertainment and sports reporting, but with a California focus. The California Post will also include a daily print edition. The newspaper will operate separately under the New York Post Media Group, but it will share resources with the New York Post. And that's it for the Business Minute. I'm Prince Moore.
Time now for the top regional and international stories.
In the region, President Irfan Ali paid tribute to Daniel Williams, a veteran educator and PPPC candidate who died suddenly while campaigning in Partica. Williams, headmaster of 3 Mile Secondary School, collapsed during a speech and was pronounced dead at Partica Hospital. He served as an educator for over 30 years. An autopsy is pending. On the international scene, Canada has delivered humanitarian aid to Gaza residents. The Canadian government says its military used cargo planes to drop more than 21,000 pounds of aid. It also slammed Israel for obstructing aid. Canada's government said the obstruction is a violation of international humanitarian law. It said it will intensify efforts with international partners to get more aid to Gaza. And those were the top regional and international stories. I'm Shane Masters.
And before we go to another break, news just in, a relatively weak 2.7 magnitude earthquake struck near Hillsdale in northern New Jersey on Tuesday at 12:11 p.m., according to the U.S. Geological Survey. Dozens of people from Staten Island to southwest Connecticut have reported to the USGS they felt weak or light shaking. And we head to a quick break. When we come back, we'll have your midday sports report.